Okay, Bruisers, this is game one. Let's get into it here. Because it's early on, and we score here, and I saw a lot of really good things. Let's just review back here real quick. You'll see this throughout these games, Andreas, that good job of letting him have the ball here, Pierce. Let me just get this going. Right here, giving him this space to catch it. Because ultimately, what we're trying to do is give him the space here and then come with a trap. Preferably over here on the corner, right? So just let him have the space. What was happening a lot of times, Andreas, is they were passing the ball into this spot, and then you were watching from here, and then they're splitting us this way. So as soon as the pass comes over here, you have to start encouraging him to get to the corner. Ultimately, Pierce is going to cut the sideline off, so your responsibility for cutting this middle piece off. All right? So we get it here, and we're gonna look at this in a little bit. Now let's back this up a little bit. So this is the pass I want you to anticipate, Josh. They're trying to come back to here. Timmy's anticipating this one over here. I want you to step in and take this pass. We're not playing defense here. A press is all about getting a steal, right? We're trying to steal it. So we have to take some risks. You're in a position, because he comes down here, you're in a position to spy that and take that pass instead of just playing defense. But still, I'll take the aggression there, guys. I'll definitely take the aggression. So, Andreas, I'll probably just point this out a few times as we go through some of these games, and then I'll let you can see it yourself. Here you did a pretty decent job, but let's just go back real quick, because watch what happens here. He splits you. You see this? Let's take it in real time. Here comes the pass is there, and it takes you a while to get there from the time the pass is made. Here goes the pass, and you're kind of just jogging to that spot. You have to be gangbusters there, and now he's going to split you. And we were able to recover some, but for sure you got to be going harder than that. Getting into this transition here, guys, was awesome. And let's just back this up again, because I want to show you how these passes were not the greatest passes. You didn't make the hardest passes. You didn't make the crispest passes here, but it still gets you there if you're just to the right place. We've bobbled it a little bit here. 1, 2, 3, and we're off to the races. Pierce does a good job of his position, and we score right away. So here we go. We're going to get into our transition or trap. Now that here it is, Andreas. This is what I'm talking about. So let's watch it in real time. Pass goes, and see how you're still there. When that ball's in the air, this is just like playing defense on a 2-3. When the ball's in the air, right now you have to be closing out to the spot, right? Okay? Because he's going to split us, and that's where we get beat here. And that's we don't want Timmy having to step up every time here. So Pierce if you're on the weak side and we break the press is broken, against us. We want you to be beelining it. In the last game, you did that a bunch of times. It was just awesome defense. So you have to be coming hard on that weak side if we get beat. Hey, so be aware. If this happens, if they're going to save their own shot, be looking around you for their players and try to intercept, because ultimately they're trying to get it back to one of their players. So we want to intercept the ball. Okay? Good. Timmy, want to push middle, get a crossover and attack. That's the contact I want to see you make a little bit stronger, Timmy. A little bit stronger contact here coming off this thing. So make this crossover right there, and now you've got him turned. You're starting to get him turned here. That's when you want to start attacking this direction. See how wide you go? And you get it. You get the bucket for sure. I just want you to put a little more pressure on the D. So, Andreas, this is the killer piece here, right? Look at this. Pass is made, and you're still over here. And it's too easy for them to split us. And then that forces Timmy to have to come up. Josh, help out here. We don't need to be trailing people. We're trying to get an interception. So all of you watch yourselves and tell me if you're in an athletic, aggressive position to do something. Josh, he comes right by you here. He's going to turn. Timmy's kind of choking him to turn. Take it right there, Josh. Get a foul if you need to get a foul. Whatever you need to do to get aggressive, get aggressive. Get an outlet, push middle, push middle, push middle. Come on, push middle. You see me barking at you, push middle. So, Timmy, when this happens, we're talking about in practice filling lanes. Here you are. I want you to fill this lane. Josh is bringing it down. You're gonna have a scoring opportunity down here that you don't take because you're not filling that lane, right? You're just trying to get the ball back. And I understand sometimes you're just trying to get back in your offense. But look at here. We have the numbers. If you're down ahead of him, we might have some numbers. I don't know. I can't tell who's on the other side. But look, I know you're going to make these decisions, and it's okay. We got the ball safely down there. I just want you to think about filling the lane. Look how easy that was. And I'm going to tell you right now, that pass was available all night long to everybody. So you don't have to do anything fancy. Timmy, that was just great work. Get it off to the side. Maybe make two people guard you to get that a little bit easier. And it's hard, we can't see the short corner completely, but it almost looks like you're playing. See, when he gets the ball, Andreas, you're almost in that low post spot. If you play that short corner and come hard, you're going to get it. But still, I love that aggression, right? So we just work on these fine details. Look what happens, Andreas. You come down here, you get your butt into him, and then you take it up hard. You could have elevated a little higher, but at least you shot the ball with intention right there, right? And that's the difference. We're going to work on you getting some elevation there. The difference is getting up off the ball. Now here we go again. Andreas, you got chewed up here. I'm going to say it maybe a couple more times, then I'm going to be done. You got chewed up here because you got to be moving. Let's just take it real time. You got to be moving with aggression and high intensity right here. We can't let that happen, right? Even though we get it, we should have been there for the trap. Okay. Now, don't lose sight of where you're supposed to be, Josh. Because I got the two down there, and this is the pass that you should be intercepting. I need you there. Good pivot. You're finally getting that pivot. Now look at this pass, Pierce. Looping pass. But still, someone's breaking down, filling a lane. It's Andreas being aggressive. Good job, Andreas. Getting it to the basket, and they have to call timeout. I love it. So, Andreas, rip that ball away, right? You get your hand on it, rip it. Here's the way to do that. And if you remind me, if you watch this, Andreas, remind me at practice, early in practice, so we're not doing it at the end. I'm going to show you how to rip this ball away, that you win this battle every time. Because we get caught up on a lot. You guys are getting aggressive now where you're getting in there. Now I'm going to teach you where you win this ball every time. Instead of pulling this way from the ball, your first step is into that player and then away from that player. So you push into him and then rip away, okay? Might be hard to understand here without actually practicing it, but remind me and I'll show you. So here it is again, Andreas. That pass is made, and he's even in a worse spot, a better spot for us, but you have to get there. Pass goes, and see how you're just watching and you're staying where you are. This is just a technique. When the pass goes, you have to start moving hard. He's just splitting us. So we never can get this interception here because we're always trying to defend this driver. He was fast, for sure, but you had the opportunity to get there. And now we're playing this catch-up game. That's a game we don't want to play. Okay. Ask Timmy to push it up. Got to get rid of that pass, Timmy. Got to get rid of it. Either pass it to Josh here while you're going, or just take it in here down the middle. But I don't want you to get into this situation where you're kind of stopping here and making this overhead pass, because a good defender will step right in here and take that. It's a dangerous pass, and it slows everything down, right? It takes time. But look. Even so, Dietrich's This is all about being in the right position and knowing your spot. Dietrich gets where he needs to be. And I'm going to, Dietrich, you chewed them up on both sides today from this spot. You're, imagine from the first time that you came to our practice, you're now catching the ball bladed already. So you've caught it with your footwork already ready. It's so important, this footwork. And when you first came, you would catch it and you wouldn't be able to see the court. But here you are catching it bladed, so you get a good look, and you keep that ball up relatively high, kind of bring it a little bit low. And we have that short corner coming to the ball. It doesn't quite get there. Gotta catch that ball, Andreas. Hit you in the hands. Okay. That's probably a missed opportunity for us to score there. It's okay. It's going to happen sometimes. It's going to happen. Here we are getting chewed up again on the press. They just killed us all night on that beating us right there. Even though you guys still stayed aggressive and we got some turnovers and it was good. We want to, if we're going to play the press game, we need to be aggressive on those spots. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now look, Timmy, you had him, right? Good transition. He's behind him, and he's down here. So you can threaten a shot. Dump it to him. He's open right now. And he's open the whole way through. So look, if you hit him right here, watch him go, unabated. He's got this whole lane to himself. So I want you to make that pass, Timmy. If you make it, I'm not going to say anything, right? So Josh, I just want you to be more aggressive with the ball, right? Like, you own it. It's your ball. You got it. You own it. You had, let's take it back here when it first comes to you. It's not the greatest of passes. Dietrich, got to make sure you get it to him right in his chest, right? Bounce passes him in chest. It's hard to handle that. And look, this is what happens. This is why it's so important to get the ball inside to Dietrich, inside to this big guy. Because as soon as you get it there, these guys have to respond. They have to respect him. And if they do, he's going to have this opening. Good job in the position of the short corner there. If they stay on Andreas, then Dietrich has a one dribble shot right there. And so you guys are starting to see now how ball movement and pivoting and getting to the position is so important. There we got beat again. So Andreas will work on that. 1, 2, and we're off to the races. 3. Now, that was a little bit late, right? And you really probably had, because now you have people collapsing here, and he's not as open as he was that first time. But who's the 4? Look at your 4, Timmy. He's in here all by himself. So we're missing some opportunities from this position to score on the cutter. So know your primary and secondary read there, Timmy. Primary is the 2, and then your secondary is the 4 coming down. At least you're getting down here and making contact now, big guy. And that contact is helpful. Just keep it a little bit lower and push him back. Give yourself a better, way better opportunity. Good. Get to the middle. Push middle, Timmy. You got the speed, big guy. You got the speed, Timmy. Take it down. So we want to be in transition. We want to score here. So here you have it. You've got Pierce in the lane and Josh filling this other lane. So think about this, Timmy. If you would continue to push middle, you have Pierce cutting to the basket on this side and Josh cutting to the basket on this side. And we stall our transition. All right, these are just little details. So Dietrich, this happened to you a few times. All right? You're starting to catch on to what's going on here a little bit. So, but watch what happens. You see him there? If you give him a fake pass, fine. Or a bounce pass is going to get to him. But if you fake past that and take one step in, you've got to lay up yourself. So look, guys, we talked about this last game. We can't let people drive in coast to coast on us. So Josh, you're kind of watching him, following him here. He turns, and you don't really go for it. Take the ball. Kind of just run along with him. You are too. We can't let him get a shot off. Thank you. And if he's going to shoot it, you have to foul him. Foul him. That's okay. I'd rather him shoot a free throw. That's what you needed to do, Timmy. So don't even. I see you look a little frustrated there, right? Don't feel frustrated, Timmy, because that's what needed to happen. We wanted to stop the ball here. We had an opportunity. Josh had an opportunity to put a play on him here. We didn't, but we can't let him score. So perfect. Good job, Timmy. That's what we want right there. And several of you guys did that today, where they went in and you made a move at the ball and took a foul. And it usually works out in our favor. Usually works out that doesn't make both. Misses that one. Better than the layup he was going to get. So he gets one instead of 2 points. We'll take that. Dylan, great job of hanging out and being present and seeing, hey, he needs his help, and then getting the ball back to Timmy. Hey, I just can't say enough good things about this right here. That Dylan had the presence of mind. Hey, sees that there's a little bit of pressure on that side, is looking and stops and comes back. Going to play help, pass, get him off the other side, and get right back to the guard. That's perfect execution, Dylan. Good job. All right, so let's get it in. What? Look at that. So, Dylan, we got to work on this, right? This is something you're going to have to work on. So, it's the pivot, right? You catch it here. You look at, if you catch it inside foot, outside foot, 1, 2, but when you catch it, you're on the outside foot instead of the inside foot. This is the difference. This is why we do this drill. Now, when you plant that outside foot, your momentum's taking you out, and you can't go into the basket. But if you would have caught it with this foot down, 1, 2, and the pivot would have been right into the basket, you get the and one. Hard to make that, right? So that's the difference, guys, in your footwork. It's those little details that help you score baskets. Okay, here these guys come coast to coast. Alex is in. I couldn't be happier with that, Alex. Alex, you just had a fabulous game. You had the best game I've ever seen you play. You had that. You had some defensive flubs, but you had a lot of just great successes, and I'm going to point them out in multiple videos here because there was 1 or 2 times that I sent someone in for someone else and they went in for you. I don't know what happened. I wanted you to stay in the game. So, okay, you fouled him and he got 1 shot instead of the automatic 2 that he was going to make on a layup. And he misses the second one. See, the statistics are always in our favor here. So you're never going to get this call, this over the back. You don't see him call anymore, Timmy. So he's over your back, clearly. So as soon as you get it there, just rip it as hard as you can. Go into the person and rip it away. Okay, guys, get a little panicky here. We should have just been in a 4 cross, and I know a lot of the newer guys don't know what that is, and I probably just, we're new. There's a lot of new things going on here for a lot of new people. So you get it here, Pierce. We've already beat the press. We don't have to push it, right? We beat it. Just get it right back to Timmy. Don't have to force this. I know the intention, and I like that intention. But just remember, we want to try and get a bucket more than anything else. Okay, so turn it over, get it back. That's the rule. You turn it over, get it back. Now here I'm telling you to 4 across, and this is where we want to be. We want one of the bigs here, and want the 2 guards at the free throw line here, and then the other big on the other side, on that side, right? So what we're trying to do on 4 across, it's just our regular press break on a dead ball. That's a zone. I know we talked a lot about man, so this is probably confusing for some of you. So we're just trying to get it to Dylan right here. As soon as Dylan gets the ball, he's going to pivot and get to Timmy, and we're off to the races. This other guard's going to be coming to the middle. So again, it's a 1 pass, 2, 3, and we're scoring. But what happens is, so look at, he's open here. This is the pass. This is where we want to get it to, and I know I haven't taught you this yet, Xavier. And I got on Timmy, I got on Gannon, I got on several of you guards for making this crappy pass. That's just, there's nothing else about it. It's just not a great pass. So it's the bounce pass, right? This happened to you guards a few times. So when you're pushing it down, Pierce, we always like to push to the middle. We always like to get this ball to the middle here. So here it is, Pierce. Just bring it right in here. And if you're not comfortable bringing it because you don't feel your ball handling's there yet, get it to one of the guards and fill a lane. Because ultimately, the person who's pushing the middle is going to give the assist unless he has a layup. It's these people filling lanes that are going to score. Good job getting down there, Xavier. And it worked out. It worked out for you guys. There we go, because Alex is coming back and we got pressure. See what happened? The difference is here. The pass comes in, and he's getting there already. Is this Dylan? Might be Dylan. I can't tell. But see, we don't allow him to split us here. And that makes him have to throw this pass. It's a lazy pass. And because Alex is anticipating it, so again, Alex just had a great game. Comes a trap. And Alex can see who's playing the middle here. Let's back up. It's Timmy that is playing the middle. Oh, there's some confusion on who's playing where. I see what's going on here. There's nobody playing here, so this should be Timmy at that side probably. And so then, yeah, it just, you guys are a little messed up. But playing aggressive, good job. Get it? Aggression goes a long way. And this is just, you guys are understanding ball movement and passing, and not everything has to be a dribble. Pass, score. It's that easy. It's that easy. People cutting to open spaces in the basket and making a pass. Sometimes I like to think and one more pass. One more pass for the layup. Let's check out Dylan. It's a scramble here. Dylan's getting back. So Dylan, you don't have to. The presses, I think we're trying to. They've. Is this a rebound or is this inbound? They're inbounding it. Yeah. Okay. Good. You're staying aggressive, hustling down, and you just stay on him. Right. We can't let him get a shot off. Thank you. So I'm hollering at you right here. Good job. Good job. He didn't get a shot off, so he's going to go. He wasn't shooting. So you fouled him before the shot. Okay. Push middle, Alex. I think you get a score here anyway. You do. So check it out, big guy. So here you come. Here's the drill. This is literally the drill you've been running. Right here, go right into him. Make contact. And get the score and the one. Get the 3-point shot. But you know what's good about this, Alex? What's good about it is you come down here, you at least stop and you maintain your pivot foot, right? And you didn't travel there. I think we got away with some travels today, but I'm liking that. That was a very good job, gentlemen.